All right.
Hey everybody, welcome to another wonderful KansasFest town hall. I am one of your many hosts tonight. I'm Ron from Ron's Computer Videos. I'm joined by Pete and Martin and Jay, and we are here to talk about a bunch of really great things about the 2025 event. We're going to talk about some cool things that are coming up for 2026. We want to share some feedback that we got from you, because new lines of open communication, that's the future. So let's go ahead and let's say hi to people in chat, and then we'll get to Pete and we will get this started. So Code Monsieur, nice to see you. Francois is here. Megan is here as well. And so is Kat. And I'm sure that we'll see some additional people as the evening goes on. So Pete, do you want to go ahead and get us started?
Sure. Thank you, Ron. And we will be taking questions either in YouTube chat or a new Discord channel dedicated to this. It's KFest 2025 survey results over in Discord. But it's good to be back. It's hard to believe that another year of KansasFest has passed. I do want to start off by sharing a few updates from our 2025 event. First off, videos are now edited and posted on YouTube. I want to thank Ron for getting the videos edited and out there in record time. It's a huge effort to go through all those videos, edit things, fix up issues with recordings and audio. So thank you. Please enjoy those.
Yeah, I want to thank people that took the time to watch the edited presentations and give feedback and say, hey, like there was an audio issue here, there might have been a weird edit or something, because it's good for me because I'm just a one-man show to kind of see some of that stuff. So thank you to everybody that took the time to let me know when I did a bad job.
And the Discord channels remain open. There's a lot of good information, questions, answers, links, copies of presentations, and software out there in Discord. So take a look. Those aren't going away anytime soon. We're still there on Discord. Chris is intending to ship pins and care packages out next week. He's expecting that to happen Tuesday, but at this point I'll promise next week, so he has a little bit of room. In the end, we had 181 virtual event registrations. I think that's pretty good. Mm-hmm. I appreciate the breadth and depth of the presentations we had, as well as the discussions. Chris couldn't join us tonight. He had another family obligation, but he did leave us with a video. Do you want to head over to that and hear what he has to share?
Hey, it's Chris Torrance from the KansasFest committee. I just wanted to welcome all of you to the first of hopefully several town hall meetings that we'll be having over the year. And these are an opportunity for us to hear feedback about what you've been thinking about. We'll give updates on what's going on with the committee and the venue selection for 2026, as well as anything else that's going on with KansasFest. Apologies if I don't make it to the meeting tonight. It's actually my anniversary, so I'm not sure if I will be back in time for the meeting, but I'm sure that the rest of the committee has everything totally in hand. I'd like to thank Ron for his expert help with the KansasFest 2025 online event. I think his job with all of the editing of all the videos was fantastic, and he actually got them up on YouTube in record time. I'd also like to thank the rest of the committee for putting on the event, but most importantly, I'd like to thank the attendees. You're the ones who actually make this event possible and make it fun, and I hope that we can continue the discussion on Discord over the coming year, and we'll see each other in person in 2026. Thanks.
Oh, thank you, Virtual Chris. Yeah. Appreciate that. Martin, Jay, what are some of your thoughts about this last year? What did you enjoy most?
Well, I can go first. I wish it was in person, but it was definitely virtual. I thought it went very well. been to 3 of the virtual, Kansas Fests, and I definitely like this one the best. The sessions were really, really good, and I really can't wait to be in person in 2026. And I'll talk a little bit about the venue survey later.
Yeah, same here. I really enjoyed the 2 days. I have to confess I missed a bunch of sessions because I was working on my own presentation until probably the last minute. So I was kind of dipping in and out of the content, which is good. I've now got that pleasure awaits me.
I liked that that you made a switch, because originally you were talking about that you were going to have your stuff just be like pre-narrated, and I got a lot out of you doing it live.
Yeah.
So, because I think you got to react to people, like, kind of, the flow of it. So it was good. It was a really good presentation.
I dug my Apple Pascal discs out, Martin, and fired them up and started using them again.
Nice. Inspiration. I like it.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
As always, I particularly enjoyed Hackfest because I enjoy seeing what people can create and how they create things in such a short amount of time.
Yeah. And I also enjoyed seeing all the videos on Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
And the old commercials and that was really, really cool.
Yeah. I think Friday night was a lot of fun, and it was kind of a shakedown cruise for us to kind of like, now it isn't just like an abstract kind of practice session in StreamYard. It was like the real thing. And we had a couple of like little hiccups, but I think generally speaking, it went well. And we got a lot of viewership that night, and people seemed to really enjoy it. So enjoyed it enough that they wanted to see the just the segments without the videos, just the conversation. So I went through and edited that, and we've gotten quite a few people that have just watched kind of the fun chat that we had that night.
Yeah.
But that was my favorite part, is all the kind of the interactions and people chatting in Discord and asking questions, and just like what Jay said, where it's like they got inspired to pull the machine out and do some things.
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing with K-Fest, is that, that the machine might sit on the shelf for 6 months, but, I pull it out ahead of K-Fest and I play around and they do some things. And then, you get in the event. I've got like a notepad that I keep where it's like, yeah, we gotta try that. Gotta try that. Or gotta buy this thing or upgrade So it's
I did buy the A2 DVI with a HDMI thing and love it. Plugged it in and works great.
Yeah, it's way cool.
We did wrap up the attendee survey, so I'd like to share those results with everyone. So we got 25 responses overall. Most people were positive about the event and interested in attending a similar event. There were a lot of comments, though, and we're going to post all the results in just a moment. We'll post the link on Discord, and I think Ron has the link queued up to show up on the stream. So I think a couple of themes came out. First of all, everyone generally enjoyed the event. Yes, there were some people who rated it 2 or 3, all for very good reasons. A lot of those reasons were around people preferring the in-person experience over the virtual experience, and that's a fair observation. Some of them were about how the event was how we ran the event, how we used the technology platform, and I think those are good concrete ideas for improvement. So all those comments, minus the email addresses and personally identifiable information, are going to be posted in just a moment. So I welcome discussion about that. Welcome ideas on how we can do better next year.
And I'll make sure that that this URL ends up in the Discord channel, and it'll also be in the doobly-doo for this video. So in the future, people can go back and review that.
Okay. No, Jay, Martin, and Ron, you've seen those results. Do you have any thoughts or themes that came out of it?
No, I thought overall it was, like you said, Peter, I thought overall it was pretty positive, even though it was a virtual event. So
I know that people were disappointed to not, be able to do the event in person. And that seems to be the biggest thing. That was the biggest feedback. But we did get some really nice stuff that people said where it was just like, just about the quality of the presentations and kind of how professional it kind of looked and all of that. And I think that that's very gratifying to know that we did a pretty good job to present that day, or those days rather. So
yeah, and everybody who submitted videos, they were right on, and you heard that,
yeah.
no sound problems except for one little one, but it was overall, it was like they were doing it live.
Yeah, and we were able to on the individualized session to fix that little audio issue.
Yeah.
So moving forward, you can just go back and rewatch those things as many times as you like, and we've taken out all the little hiccups and stuff. So
Yep.
it's pretty nice now.
Yeah, and looking ahead to 2026, we remain committed to a virtual event, and we remain committed to returning in person. We are wrapping up our initial venue selection survey right now. And Jay, did you want to talk through what that process looks like and what some of our next steps are?
Yeah, I can talk through that. So on the website there, if you go to the link, you're going to see the venue questionnaire / survey that we have, which is just a simple 4 or 5 question survey. That's where you want to start. That's where you want to go before August 17th and enter and answer those 4 or 5 questions. The other links on there are going to be later after we've gone through the short forms, and we've narrowed down some venues, and get a short list of 2 or 3, 4 venues. Then we're going to go and do the long forms. Pay no attention to those now. Pay attention to the 5 question survey. And again, it ends on August 17th. It's basically a couple of questions. You identify yourself. You identify the region of the country that you would like it hosted in. You would give a venue name, and then you have a long answer text where you have as much text as possible on why do you think the preferred venue or region would be a great choice for KansasFest. And again, we really want you there to, not just write one sentence there. You can write one sentence there, but would really like to see multiple sentences and have that be open-ended, and tell us your thoughts on accessibility, the vibe, any amenities, cost, or any other reasons, that you would think that would be a good venue. And the more detail, the better.
And we did get some feedback where it was like, it's very short. And it's like, yes, because this is a preliminary survey as part of a larger process
Correct.
of venue selection. Just to be absolutely clear, we want to hear what people have to say, but we don't want to overwhelm people with
Right.
a 10-page questionnaire. I want to get the broad strokes of what you think makes an excellent location for KFest. If it's a place you're excited about, by gosh, I want to hear about it, because we could potentially go there.
Yeah.
So it's like the list right now is real short. Like Jay said, it's just, we want to know about, who you are, where you're from, tell us about the region of the country that you think would be ideal, and then tell us about a cool venue there.
Yeah.
And then, just more than a name, what's cool about it? Like what else
Right.
is happening in the community? Is there it's a college campus with a water slide in the university hall? Yeah, I want to hear about that.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, Ron. We don't want to burden people at this point with, War and Peace, writing a bunch of stuff out. We just want to narrow it down generally, and then again, there'll be plenty of time after this to dig into the specifics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the link here also includes a much more exhaustive venue selection criteria document. So if you've got a few hours, take a look at that. Understand the types of things that the venue search committee will be looking at, and that's also something you can start thinking ahead about. At this point, we're capturing potential venues, potential ideas, and then the next step will be to dig into that. So the venue selection survey will close on August 17th. That's 1 week from now. It doesn't mean we can't consider new venues. This is just the opportunity for this initial feedback so we can continue the discussions and then dig into those venues more deeply. Kate asked an important question about will there be an opportunity for the community to review some of the proposed sites? And yes, absolutely.
Yep.
We will publish all of the survey results, minus anything that's personally identifiable, names, email addresses, and so on, for anybody who wants to study and review. So we're at this point, we're not excluding any sites. I think as we investigate these sites further, these venues further, some will fall out, they won't meet our requirements, and then we'll come up with a short list. And then again, we'll come back to the community with that short list and get further feedback, because this isn't a decision done in the dark by a nameless, faceless committee. This is meant to be engagement with all of the attendees, past and future, to find the best choice. And I also realize that we won't be able to satisfy everyone's needs. We'll do our best, and people need to trust the process foremost.
But then also remember that trust the process and trust that we are trying to be open and communicate and try to make a good faith effort to make this as open as possible. So different.
And to make it a community decision as best we can.
Yes.
Best we can.
Yep.
There's active discussion right now in Discord, in the Venue 2026 channel. I expect that will grow in about a week once we post the results of that initial survey. And we will need help investigating these venues. There's a lot of work that goes into understanding the venues, contacting them, potentially visiting the venues, and
reserving them, paying for them. Yeah.
Showing up. Getting people moved in their rooms.
Yep.
Going in the middle of the night to Walmart to buy sheets.
Krispy Kreme donut night.
Yeah.
Pizza night.
And every time we've changed venues in the past, we've had people on site to look at the venue, understand, meet the people, understand how the venue's laid out, understand what KansasFest might look like and how it would fit into that space. So that's also part of the process.
Yeah, and again, that's part of the long form but again, by the 17th, we just want, if you want to read the long form, more than welcome. But we just want you to make sure you fill out the questionnaire with the broad strokes, and then we'll hone in.
Yeah, we'll be making a more specific call for help to investigate these venues.
Yep.
So that if you think you have skills or ideas in that area, we want to hear them. We want to work with you. We want you to be involved with that.
Yeah. Do you work in higher education? Do you work for a place that is a one-stop venue for events and things like that? I mean, if you've got insider knowledge, this is the time. Step up, and we want to leverage your expertise. Are you an angel investor who wants to put us all up at the Waldorf Astoria for a week? We want to hear from you.
It would be a different experience. Definitely not.
It would be, but it would be, you could just walk down to Rockefeller Center and go ice skating as often as you want it.
So I think we can open this up to more questions. I don't see any posted in Discord, and I don't see any further ones posted in YouTube comments, but please go ahead.
Yeah, if anybody has questions, I'm monitoring Discord. If anybody is over in Discord, and then you can also just post them right here in the YouTube chat, and we'll be sure to put them on screen so that way that they are preserved. So,
yes, Kate, we are still targeting late July. So I don't anticipate us changing our schedule substantially from, I think it was the third week or so of July that we've done for as long as I can remember. Only reason we might change is if there's a fantastic venue with restricted availability. I think we stand ready for questions. If we don't get questions in a couple of minutes, we'll wrap this up.
Mhm.
However, all of us are available. We are reachable via email, Discord. Try to monitor YouTube comments and notifications, and those are a bit inconsistent. But at least for the next few days, I'll make sure to monitor that.
Yep. Me too. I didn't know about YouTube.
Yeah, there's so many different forums. It's hard to keep
Yeah.
track of all
Yeah.
of them. So if you don't get a response, it's because I'm getting feedback.
Oh, and I just, Peter, thanks for posting the link to the short survey itself. While it's on your clipboard, would you mind posting it to the Discord channel for tonight's town hall? In addition, there might be some people headed there to look for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I have it right now.
Thank you.
The just to say, the banner over in Discord again is KFest 2025 survey results. So you can go over there and you can specifically comment about the contents of this video, and we'll make sure to follow up on that. And like Peter said, the it's called Venue 2026. There'll be expanded conversation there as well. Let's see. Let's make this one go away, and then let's make Megan's comment come up. Megan asks, "What is the timeline for making a decision on the venue?"
We don't have a firm timeline yet because we don't understand all the choices, and we don't have the group of volunteers that we need to pursue that yet. The next time point is wrapping up the venue selection survey. That's 1 week from now, and then we need to dig in immediately after that. I think we need to have a solid venue choice by the beginning of next year, because there's still time to, we still need time to sign contracts, get people out there, and so on.
But we need to be starting talking in the fall, because some of the venues are a year in advance, where
Book
you
up.
have booked out a year in advance. So we need a decision by the beginning of the year, but we certainly need to be talking about it in the fall.
And this is the beginning of a conversation that will continue on, and that will have portions that people in the community can look in on and weigh in on and directly interact with the committee on, so that way that as things move forward, they're moving in a direction that we're all moving in, and we don't have a thing where it's like, wait a minute, well, why did we do this and why did we do that? And it's because we did those things because we consulted and we communicated and made sure that everybody, or as many people as you can possibly get, on board. We're trying to make a wide tent here, folks. So hopefully everyone's going to come in out of the rain.
And I see 1 or possibly 2 or maybe even 3 town halls being a focus of the venue selection coming up.
To be clear, there is a lot of work, a lot of investigation, decisions to be made about the venue selection, and there are practical time constraints.
Not specifically venue related, but Kate asked, will the committee be expanding, and how will that be handled?
That's also a good question. The committee composition has changed quite a bit over the last couple of months. I think we will be stronger for that, but change is tough. Right now, I'm reluctant to expand the committee too quickly, because the people that we have in the committee right now need to figure out how to run KansasFest. We need to get on the same page with each other, but that's starting to stabilize now, and we are looking at expanding the committee. We need more help. During KansasFest, we got, I want to say, about half a dozen people who stepped up and shared some of their interest and expertise. So over the next, I'd say, month, we're going to take a look at that and make some decisions about how to expand the committee and what skill sets we need to move forward. Again, if you think you're potentially one of those people, let us know, and we'll find a way to use what you know and can do.
Great.
Yeah, I'll just add to that, Peter, that we've also been talking a lot about just like requesting help from people in the community who have the time and the skills to donate to the event. And just sort of building that core of volunteers to provide the assistance to the event. You don't have to be a full committee member in order to be a very useful contributor to making the event a huge success.
Yeah, I think historically we haven't done a great job with that because it's often hard to delegate. It's often hard to identify the pieces that someone else can take and run with and deliver. But that's on us to understand what the needs are and to carve off some of those pieces and hand off that trust to so many people who love the event and want to see it be successful.
And in years past, I've always seen people that absolutely on the day, as they say, step up and like, I mean, even if it's holding a door, just holding a door open for people, or turning the light on, or asking somebody, it's like, hey, you look like hot from running around. Do you need something to drink? It's those little kindnesses and stuff, I think is what has helped keep this community together through some pretty tough times recently. And those same interactions, those same kindnesses and stuff is what's going to keep it moving into the future. And it's like last year, it was as simple as I saw people that they realized that we needed to break down and move the tables for garage giveaway. And people just started like piling things in safe piles and pushing tables. People instinctively knew what needed to be done and just stepped in and filled those needs. Or like it's getting ready to be mealtime and people just went and got the stuff and washed the tables down. It's that simple. But those little things, it's an incalculable amount of work that goes into doing it. But I mean, even stuff like that,
it's just
that's a huge contribution. Don't undersell it, but it just takes a second to make this better for everybody.
I know in 2023, Ron, that's how I joined the committee. I went and got a battery for the KansasFest golf cart at the auto parts store.
Nice.
Chris asked me, we need a battery. And so I went to the nearest auto parts store and picked up a battery so that we could use the golf cart all week. And again,
but 1,200 cranking amps, come on.
Well, hey,
how fast do you want to get there?
More power. Fastest golf cart? No.
Mm-hmm. But Kat's right. It's like the rolling tables and things like that, and people just stepping up and opening up pizza boxes, or just as food got depleted, consolidating. I watched people go up and just take things and put on gloves and just kind of consolidated the food so that way things were taking up less space. But it also fed in, people understood the urgency that some of those things just needed to be done, and I just saw people taking care of each other, and that was so inspiring last year. To just watch people like just hey, like, what do you need? Like, oh, you're unloading your car? Well, I'm just standing around, and just go outside and help people bring stuff in, just little stuff. It was really, really great.
Yep. Cleaning up after SolderFest, vacuuming all that solder out of the rug.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was really good of you, Jay, that you were just going around when people are soldering, making the big clouds. You were just like, and then you go outside, you'd exhale it. Yeah.
Don't want to breathe in that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not your doctor, but
I know. Well,
still, it was a nice touch.
Good touch.
I do appreciate the comment that Megan left in chat. And I think historically, we've come at this with the expectation that if you want to help, you need to join the committee. And then you got this open-ended commitment on your time. And not everyone can do that. Not everyone needs to do that. So there are a lot of opportunities for valuable but lower effort, time constrained tasks. So we as a committee need to do a better job at sharing those opportunities and asking for help.
Mm-hmm. Even just a daily chore list. I've been to so many events over the years where you go to like a scout camp or something like that, and it'll be like your patrol or whomever, you've got like a daily chore list, and it'll just be something simple like take out trash or check levels on the water cooler and things like that. So like little stuff that people could just pick up and go. That's great
Yeah.
too. It's like that's the general help thing that Megan was kind of just talking about.
Yep. Posting a little chore list. Yeah. I like it.
Cool. Well, I don't see a whole lot of questions left. Do we want to go? Do we want to kind of go to like the aspirational ending here, Peter, with the what are your hopes for 2026?
Yeah, I think that's a good way to wrap things up. As I said earlier, I look forward to returning to an in-person event. I look forward to something that is open, accessible, safe, fun for everyone who's able to and wants to attend. I look forward to continuing the tradition that KansasFest has become over the last, what has it been, 2-3 decades now. And I look forward to meeting my friends and meeting new people, making new friends, making those connections, because that's really what sets KansasFest apart from so many other events and conferences. I think KansasFest offers a unique experience, and that's why all of us stayed at KansasFest. As I said before, we probably came for the apple too. It sounded fun, but then we stayed because of the connections and the people.
The connections. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Peter, I'll just dovetail off of that. It's the community connection and, the solder fest and, blowing up things, fixing them and then blowing them up again. So, as old hardware often does. So yeah, I definitely, the community connection is the big part for me. Instead of sitting in this chair for 8 hours, walking around and, talking to people.
That's true.
And
oh yeah. No, sorry, Peter.
We as a community and organizers won't always do the right thing, but we're trying, and we're all here for a shared purpose. Different visions on how to get there, but I'm liking the new path they're on.
I was just gonna say, I brought up the thesaurus real fast so I can like not dovetail off what Jay said, but harmonize with what Jay said. I was just gonna say I'm looking forward to seeing my old friends, meeting new friends. I want to see people that I have nothing but arguments with, and I want to see people that I have nothing but agreements with, because this club and this hobby, it's worth saving. And I think the way we do that is by getting together and realizing we've got way more in common than we've got differences. And if we go somewhere where all of our friends are welcome, all of our friends will be there to see us too.
Yep.
Martin, I think do you have anything?
Not a lot to add. I think you guys have done a great job of expressing the important sentiments. I love you all. We as a group cherish the hobby and the people and the friends that we've made through coming to KansasFest. Even not even necessarily coming to KansasFest, but in just being on the mailing list, interacting through the Discord, and just sharing ideas and words and thoughts with people with similar interests. It's it's a lonely hobby if you're not able to make these connections. My family does not understand me at all. So it's so great to be around people who get it.
All right. Well, that was really great. I want to make sure that everybody, you get over at your first convenience to kansasfest.org/venue-search. Fill out the preliminary survey. It will be up until the 17th of this month. Get those answers in. I don't think that there's a restriction. If you've got 2 venues that you want to suggest, by gosh, fill it out twice. or use the additional sort of addendum section at the bottom to talk about maybe a couple of venues in that area that you're familiar with that you think would be really, really great for Kansas Fest.
Thank you. Have a good night or good morning, depending on where you are.
Yep.
Appreciate the time. Let us know if you have any other thoughts.
Yep. Keep talking, keep asking questions. Don't forget about Discord. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
Good night.